Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and explore the lives of influential minds who shaped our understanding of human behavior. Today, we're going to talk about Max Wertheimer, a pioneering psychologist who revolutionized the field with his groundbreaking work on perception, cognition, and learning. Max Wertheimer was born in 1880 in Prague, which is now part of the Czech Republic. Growing up in a Jewish family, Wertheimer was exposed to a rich cultural heritage that valued education and intellectual pursuits. His father, a successful businessman, encouraged his curiosity and supported his academic endeavors. As a young boy, Wertheimer was fascinated by philosophy, mathematics, and music, which would later influence his approach to psychology. Wertheimer's educational journey took him to the University of Prague, where he studied law, but soon became disillusioned with the subject. He then moved to Berlin, where he enrolled in the University of Berlin to study philosophy and psychology under the guidance of renowned psychologists like Carl Stumpf. It was during this time that Wertheimer developed a deep interest in the works of Immanuel Kant, Ernst Mach, and Christian von Ehrenfels, whose ideas on perception, space, and cognition would later shape his own theories. In 1910, Wertheimer began working at the University of Frankfurt, where he met two fellow psychologists, Kurt Koffka and Wolfgang Korler. Together, they formed a close-knit group that would become known as the Gestalt trio. Their collaborative work challenged traditional approaches to psychology, emphasizing the importance of context, relationships, and holistic understanding in perception, cognition, and behavior. One of Wertheimer's most significant contributions was his discovery of the phi phenomenon, which demonstrated how our brains create the illusion of motion from a series of static images. This finding laid the foundation for the Gestalt principle of apparent motion, which posits that our perception of movement is not just based on individual stimuli, but also on the relationships between them. First Wertheimer's work on perceptual organization and grouping also led to the development of several key principles, including proximity, similarity, continuity, and closure. These principles explain how we tend to group similar objects or patterns together, and how our brains fill in gaps to create a coherent picture of the world around us. The Gestalt approach, as developed by Wertheimer and his colleagues, had far-reaching implications for various fields, including psychology, education, art, and design. By recognizing that perception is an active process involving the organization of sensory information, Gestalt theory encouraged a more holistic understanding of human behavior and cognition. Wertheimer's ideas have been applied in numerous contexts, from advertising and marketing to education and therapy. For instance, understanding how people perceive patterns and organize visual information can help designers create more effective and engaging campaigns. In education, recognizing that learners perceive information as a whole rather than isolated fragments can inform more holistic teaching methods. Despite the significance of Wertheimer's work, his approach has faced criticisms and limitations. Some have argued that Gestalt principles are too broad or lack the specificity needed for precise scientific measurement. However, these critiques have also led to further refinement and development of Gestalt theory, ensuring its continued relevance in modern psychology. Max Wertheimer's personal story is also a testament to the power of curiosity and perseverance. Despite facing challenges and setbacks throughout his career, he remained committed to his work, driven by a passion for understanding human perception and cognition. As a refugee from Nazi Germany, Wertheimer eventually settled in the United States, where he continued to teach and conduct research until his untimely death in 1943. He reminds us that how we perceive the world is not just about individual details, but also about how those details fit together to form our understanding of reality. This insight has profound implications for how we approach learning, communication, and even our daily interactions. If you enjoyed learning about Max Wertheimer, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.